Hey, King J, what we tell him? Tell him. Back off, back off, back off, back off.
Alright, what's going on, everyone? Back again. Today we're gonna be, well, today?
2 minutes later,
2 minutes
we're
later.
gonna talk about content creation.
Yeah, so, you know, obviously, we both do Tekken content. I don't know where you started off from. I picked up from Tag 2 with your content, so, you know, give me a bit of your background on where you started and why you started doing Tekken content on YouTube.
I wanted to do combo videos because I had seen combo videos on the internet of Tekken Tag 1, but I was like, oh, this is amazing, and even some Tekken 3 videos. I don't remember what he was called. I think it was called like Cat Lord or something, some American player who, back in those days, you know, before YouTube, they uploaded like MPEG, I don't know how to...
MPEG,
yeah, exactly, to the net, and you download it from an FTP. I wanted to do that, so in 2005 I made a couple of combo videos that were uploaded to the Tekken FTP on Tekken Zaibatsu.
Okay.
And there I got a few viewers, you know, but yeah, again, before YouTube. And then I did combo video projects with other combo video makers on Tekken Zaibatsu.
Right.
And then of course YouTube was launched in what, 2005, 6, somewhere there. In 2007, someone said, why don't you have a YouTube rather than downloading your fucking videos through this goddamn FTP? So I got a YouTube, and then in March 2007 I uploaded a Kazuya Combo Exhibition 2.
Yeah.
And then a week later I uploaded number 1, which had only been on FTP prior to that. But people liked it, and then I was like, oh yay! And for the next couple of years I only uploaded combo videos. I thought that was awesome. It was so much fun, and I was very young back then. I was like, what, 20, and I did it for kind of an ego boost. I wanted to be one of those guys where everyone said like, oh, godlike execution, great combos, you know. I just wanted to be, what's it called, like reaffirmed or get some form of recognition.
Right.
So that was my first few years, and then I started doing like tutorials in 2010 and 11, had matured a bit and felt like I want to help guys be able to do what I do, like electrics and stuff.
Yeah.
And then in 2013 I saw Aris stream, and I was like, oh, this is the funniest thing ever, and I started streaming and I showed my face.
Yeah.
I had gone like 6 years without showing my face.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then it kind of just went from there, and for many years now I've more seen it as an opportunity, you know, to talk a lot about Tekken. Like, I really love the game, and just talking about the game and playing the game, I enjoy it a lot. Whereas, for example, competitive players, they really wanna, you know, prove themselves and place high in a tournament. And to me, that's I don't know, it's not too important to me. I just really like talking about the game. But it's been a blast being here at EVO. But so that's kind of where I started with content creation. And you?
Okay, so I started around, I'd say 2008 was my first tournament, and that was Battle of Destiny. And then I went to another tournament, which was SVB, and I just had a handheld camera. So I started doing like mini interviews. Not many people know about it. I have like a YouTube channel, same thing, King JAE UK.
Wait, Super versus Battle?
Yeah, Super versus Battle. So
what year?
This was like, I think it was either 2008 or 2009.
I was there.
You was there?
Yeah.
Oh, see, that's crazy. I didn't even know you were there.
No, I had no idea you were there.
Yeah, so
why didn't you say hi?
I didn't know who you was there. I didn't know who you was.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, so I was there, and then I was doing like mini interviews with players. I didn't know who the players were. I was just like, I had a camera. I was excited. There was a tournament. There was so many people. You know, everyone shared the same passion. So I was like, oh well, let me just capture where, like, you know, what they're doing here, what their character is on the game and stuff. I was interested in Street Fighter, Tekken. Those were the only two games I was interested in at the time. So moving on, I was still being competitive over the years and stuff like that. I'd say fast forward to maybe like 2017 is the time when I kind of, like, you know, was taking everything serious with like the whole streaming stuff, you know, just trying to get everything properly done, you know, even to like my banners and just my streaming equipment and stuff like that. Before I was streaming Tag 2 and I was streaming it, but I had like a poverty PC and a poverty cam.
Yeah.
Everything was just really, really like bottom tier, but it was just to get me started. And then 2017 was when I just decided, look, I need to take this really serious. Tekken 7 was coming out, so I decided to try and get better equipment, get a better PC. Started to make guides. The basic guides were basically for people to kind of come in, because before in Tag 2 there wasn't that much people playing, and this allowed people like, you know, there was like Real Menace at the time that was playing. He was like pretty much one of the best in, I would say he was definitely up there in Europe for Tag 2 in terms of competing.
Oh, he definitely was.
His throw breaking was amazing, everything, and he actually was winning. And you know, I wasn't winning in Tag 2, but I was always near the top. So it was kind of a thing of like...
But I do remember him doing super well in the tournament. Yeah, and today he's a scrub.
Yeah. He knows this. Nah, I'm joking.
The secret's out, sorry.
so basically like, around that time I was like, there wasn't many players.
Yeah.
And it was always the same players I'll see in tournaments. If I go to a Birmingham tournament, I know the players that are going to be there. There was hardly anyone new. And the whole reason why I wanted to take the content creation thing serious was because I wanted more players to know about the offline community, and I wanted more players to come out. I wanted more people to experience what's going on. So when I done the basic guides, it was kind of like just to get people started very quickly. Like, look, you know, you could just watch it. This is what's going on, stuff. There was characters that I didn't know, and there was stuff that I was like saying, look, these are moves you can do for the character, even though I didn't know them. But it's because I've played against them in those tournaments. So I was like, all right, cool. Let me just kind of just start them off and just say the moves that I've seen other people use with this character. Just start them off. This kind of it kind of worked 50-50. So like, I've even been here, I've had a lot of people say I love your guides.
Yeah.
A lot of them. People that have already played the game will say they don't like the guides, which is fine. But the guides was never meant to be for the players that already know how to play Tekken. It was meant to be a quick start off for someone that don't play Tekken to kind of be like, look, alright, this is what you can use. Try it out for yourself.
No, exactly.
See how it works.
Like we talked about this a little bit. As you said, you got a lot of critique from like most often like pro high level players who are very, very vocal, but it's still a vocal minority.
Yeah.
And I could see what you were doing. You were just trying to give a little bone to people who know not a single fucking thing about the game. And in that way, it was great. And especially like the volume of content you were putting out.
Like I said, that was like 5 a day.
Yeah, I think like the first month of the game's released, I mean, you had, I think you had 5 new videos every day, like on different topics, different characters, like guides on certain moves. You even did an electric guide, I remember. And you shared your gameplay in a rank battle and all of that. It was hugely ambitious.
Yeah. So like with that, I appreciate it as well. Thank you. So with that, it was kind of like, I understood what people were saying, but my goal and my vision, I had such a tunnel vision that I just didn't care what anyone else was saying. I was like, look, I want new players in. And now that I see so many new players, like even in like London tournaments now, I see a huge volume. Like it's so different now. Like before we would get like 20, 30 players. Now we've got like, you know, there's like a tournament that Bubsy's running, the WSO, that's got like 70, 80 players. And that's, you know, it's a big difference. You know, and there's even more players that, you know, some of them just don't come up. But I'm trying to help them see that, look, this is here. This is really here. You lot can come and win. If you're really good at the game, prove yourself. There's tournaments. There's stuff going on. So that's what my content was always meant to be about. It was never meant to be about, hey man, I can show you the most complicated thing. I can break it down. And it was meant to be for the new players. So I'm happy. My job is pretty much done. Without me being told it's done, I can see there's so many new players.
Yeah.
And they've all come in Tekken 7. I can't take all the credit. Obviously, you done your stuff as well, and you know, hats off to you. Like I really appreciate your content.
Oh, very kind. Thank you.
There's Eris that's done his stuff.
Yeah.
Hats off to him as well. There's a lot of people that are creating content now, and there's a lot of people that are kind of coming out and doing stuff. So I'm happy for that. So moving on from that, like 2000. So when I was making the guides and stuff. Then it came with stream. So the stream was kind of like to kind of get people, like, I wanted to get community so that they can keep on coming and keep on learning stuff. And that was the reason why I stopped being a competitive player. I was trying to, you know, teach people how to play with different characters. I was playing characters like Kazuya, Leo.
Yeah, you were
Katarina.
all over the place.
I was playing absolutely everyone, but this was what I never said on stream, which I'm saying now. This is like the real reason why. The real reason was to teach people how to play with the characters. Like I'll say, look, this is how you play with it. I would play it. I wouldn't tell you this is how you play them. Like you can just take stuff from me, emulate it to the way how you play, and you know it can help you out. Then as of late, I started thinking, look, I want to actually go back to being a tournament player. So that's when I started to play with just Geese. I play with Marduk and Lay as well, but just Geese is like my tournament. So I'm trying to get back into just being a tournament player now. But that whole era, like 2017, 2018, and I'd say early 2019, that was all for everyone else. I was doing it just to help other people, and that's the reason why I was playing all of these characters and stuff, just to kind of showcase and help the new players elevate with how they are. So yeah, that's my story, man.
Yeah, and speaking of the content you released during those that first month of Tekken 7, and maybe the first 2 months, I do remember very well the incredible growth of your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Because I remember being hyped about your 24-hour stream you were going to do with the release of Tekken 7. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah.
You promoted it quite a bit on your YouTube.
Yep.
And I remember you being at around 2,000 subs, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Then the game is released, you stream, and then you start uploading your content at a very quick pace, you know, and the stuff we talked about. And then I think you reached like 20,000 subs within a month.
Yeah.
I think. So it's like you had grown by 1,000%.
Yeah.
And I had never seen anything like it, and I was just completely blown away.
Yes.
I was like, Jesus, the sky's the limit for Jay. Like, you fucking exploded.
I mean, I can only blame it on the guides. The thing is, with the guides, it was everything that I'd done was basically the ground up. There was like no promotion from anyone. There was no Bandai Namco helping me or nothing. It was literally, I put out the guides, that was it. Because I didn't get the game until 2 days before the game came out.
Okay.
And I didn't even get it from Bandai Namco. I got it from another source, which I can't say.
Oh my,
but yeah, I got it from another source, and when I got the game, I didn't sleep for, I think, for 40 hours.
I mean, I was guessing that, considering your 24-hour stream, and then just the content. I was like, he can't be sleeping.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It's crazy. This is a story that I don't think none of you don't know. It was, so I got it 2 days beforehand. For the day beforehand, I stayed up for the whole day. Like at night, I was just looking at characters, grinding them out, seeing what they do and stuff. And that's when I was preparing the guys. And every time I was just doing them, they never had no intro and outro because I was doing them so rapid. It was like, look, I need to do this one, have that one there, list them off, and then just upload them that was the plan. Just upload 4 at a time, 4 at a time, 4 at a time. And it was just a thing of like, I know that Tekken 7 is going to be a thing where people are going to need a guide or tutorials because there's no tutorial mode.
Yeah.
And in Type 2, you had the Fight Lab, which was with combo, but we have absolutely nothing. There's nothing there. So I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna do this, and just release them at a time. And I was just like, I had everything. I think I had everything pretty much done.
But isn't it so interesting also how everyone's thinking once the game's released, like, oh god, we gotta shit out content now the coming 3 months, because then the game's gonna die out in popularity.
Right.
That's what everyone's thinking, but then it's quite the opposite with Tekken 7. Like it's
always going up.
That's quite incredible, to be honest. I don't think you've had any other Tekken game really do that.
Nope. Tag 2. I mean, when I was streaming Tag 2, I just about got under like 100 viewers when I was on Twitch and stuff. But then
that game kind of died. Yeah. Tanked quickly.
Yeah, that's
no, mate, it really did. I mean, if you can't compare it at all to Tekken 7, it still feels almost more relevant today than it did on release.
Yeah, because like look at when I went back to it, and then like like go and stream it, that got views. When I done content about it, it's got views, but it feels like I got more views now than I did back then, and it's weird. Like I don't know, maybe people are interested to kind of like. Maybe people are interested in just me going back to old Tekken stuff. I don't know, but it just Tag 2 wasn't really. It was on the way out, and it was like, yeah, we definitely need something to kind of like revive Tekken, and Tekken 7's really done that. And with one thing I really like about Tekken is that we've never had a patch. They don't really do patches, but it's like in Tekken 7 they've patched it up, they've given extensions, so like they give like Season Pass 1, Season Pass 2, and it's like they're starting to finally listen to like their community, because before, let's be honest, they wasn't really listening. It was just like they done things and that's it. You have to sit with the game for how many years until when another game comes out. Prime example T6, prime example Tag 2. You know, Eddie's Back 1-4 should have been patched ages ago, but we had to deal with that. Tekken 6, it was just literally the game, but there was a lot of stuff in Tekken 6, so there wasn't really too much to complain about. The only thing is online was trash.
Yeah.
So Tekken 7 being like, you know, the first season pass was, I don't want to crucify it, but it was lackluster. You know, we had
you
Geese.
think so? Come on, gave you Geese, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy.
I mean, Geese, I still remember that. I mean, I wasn't at that Evo, but just seeing his reveal trailer and the crowd reaction, like, holy shit.
Because a lot of people, like the Evo fans weren't that excited, but everyone else, because there was like other people that are genuine fans of fighting games, they know about Geese already. Like I'm a big fan of Geese. I play like Fatal Fury. He was like, if anyone's asked me like a question about Geese, I would know. Like everything, because I've played Geese in other games, but I feel like, you know, the first season pass, like Cluster, we had Noctis, Geese, and Tekken Ball, but Tekken Ball you couldn't even play online.
I've never played it.
Yeah, see, there you go. Yeah. And you know, it's one of the things that it's just like, wow, look at that Tekken Ball, you can't even play online. Like the only way you can play online in it is PC and Parsec. That's the only way you can play online. And
I don't understand why you can't play versus a friend online. I mean, what's the problem?
Then moving on season 2, we had everything back. You know, they knew that we was upset with it. You know, we're paying 25. You don't even get Eliza. Eliza was a pre-order bonus or whatever. Yeah. So you have to pay an extra on top of the 25. You have to spend an extra £6 whatever. And then, you know, it's just like that's it. So then when season pass 2 came along, you see Marduk, Armor King, Julia, Lei, Anna. You can tell that's a fan service. That we was asking and crying for those characters. I was playing Gigas and I was like, where is Marduk? And people that were playing Armor King.
No, I mean, I completely agree with you. Yeah. Season 2 blows season 1 out of the water. I like season 1, but season 2 is incredible. But I think that's a lot due to the return they got from us fans. Like the game was doing incredibly well compared to Tag 2. Tag 2 in total lifetime 1.5 million, and by the point they announced season 2, I think they were up at 3 million with Tekken 7.
Yeah.
So
they're currently on 4 million.
Yeah, it's incredible, and I think if it wasn't for those numbers, I don't think we would have gotten a season 2. I don't think that was planned, considering all of the moves, for example, King has from Armor King. I think they were not planning on adding Armor King when they released Tekken 7, and then when it did so well, they were like, oh shit, we need to do something. Yeah, but I completely agree with you. Like the fact that they're patching the game so much and releasing content, it's finally you have this post-launch support, you know, and I waited for it so long. It was always so comical every time you booted up Tekken 6. I don't know if you remember it, but it would always load for like 1 minute and say, checking DLC content.
Yeah.
The first time I played Tekken 6, I was like, this is amazing. Means we're gonna get a lot of shit, you know, during the lifetime of the game. Yeah. But you'd always get that loading, and nothing ever came out of it. You just got an obnoxious shit extra load.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking they were probably thinking, oh, we're gonna support this game with DLC.
No. Yeah.
And then like, oh, but we aren't.
No, yeah, it gives you room for like expansion and speculation. So yeah, I'm looking forward to kind of like seeing what else can kind of come from Tekken.
Yeah.
And yeah.
J.